Hey, welcome buddies. In this video we are going to discuss about the functions in Dart. In the last video we have discussed about the data type and variables, but in this video we will discuss about the functions, or you can say methods in Dart. In this video we will see what is the method or what type of method are available in Dart and how we can use functions or method in our Dart code. So let's see about the functions and or method in Dart. So function is a building block of a statement which helps we can perform certain tasks. So functions, it means like a function is a block of a statement, or you can say building block of a statement which helps you can perform or we can perform certain tasks in our Dart language. So these are the four type of functions. Functions with no parameter and no return data type. What is this? The function that it is a that type of functions which is not accepting any data type or any parameter and also not returning anything. I will explain by the example as well. First of all, I will explain one by one, then we'll see the examples. So in the second, function with no parameter but with return data. What is this? It means a function which will not accept any parameter but it will return some data. The third one is a function with parameter but no return data. It means like a function which will accept some parameter but will not return any data. This is called functions with parameter but no return data. The fourth one is functions with parameter and return data. What is this? Like a function which will accept some parameter and it will return some data as well. That is called a function with parameter and return data. Let's see one by example. So first of all, we'll discuss about the functions with no parameter and no return data. So this is a code which we have written in the last tutorial. Let's create another file. The name of this file will be functions.dart. Okay, and here we will we have to import first of all this as it is line. So just import it, and now just use main function. This is the same function. This is, you can copy and paste this function. Let's see, welcome to the function tutorial. Now right now we are discussing about the functions with no parameter and no return type. So first one is function with no parameter and no return type. I have already explained about this type of function will not accept any parameter and it will not return anything. So let's create a function called the void. So if you will use void keyword, it means it will not return anything. Like my function name is like a get current month. Okay, it means here what? Void will be simply it will give this function will not going to return anything. Void means simple, it will not return anything. So let's print some data, like print the current month is let's say it's March, so it's March. So this function is not accepting any parameter and this function is not returning anything. So we can just simply, let's see how we can call it. Simply we can call it something like this. Here we are just calling this function. Okay, a function. Let's run this project first. Dart functions.dart. Yeah, the current month is March. You can see here this function. Let's give a description. This function is not accepting any parameter and not returning any data. Let's see if we'll pass any parameter like 2. Here you will see the error, too many positional argument, 0 expected but 1 found. Try to remove this extra argument. It means simply it's not, it is we are passing extra argument, and this function is not accepting any extra or any parameter. So this is an example of function with no parameter and no return type. What is the second one? Second one is a function with no parameter but with return data. Let's see what is this. Second one is function with no parameter but return data. Okay, let's see what is this. Like, let's give us current function example. It will return some data. It will return, no, it will return some data. Yes, it will return some data means what? We can't use void keyword before the name of the function. Like what we are going to return, for example, current month. So int, because the current month is in the int data type, like 1 2 3 4, or in the string as well. Let's use a string. Let's return a string. Get current month, get current month with, let's give another one name, get current data. Let's see what is this. This is simply saying it's a non-nullable. You have to return first. So just take let's create a variable called string current month is equal to March, and we will just simply return current month. It means what this is? This function is not accepting any parameter but returning some data. This is called functions with no parameter but return data, and we can simply call this function. But what is this? If we are calling this function but we are not storing this return data in any variable, then it will simply just print last data and it will not print anything. Okay, just comment it out for now and let's see what happened. See, this is not printing anything about this function. So for this you have to use any variable. We have to hold the return data into a variable. Let's suppose this is returning string, and we can create current month is equal to, and we can now print current month is equal to current month. Let's see what is this. Yeah, now you can see here this is not accepting any parameter but returning some data, and whatever this function will return, this current month will be hold that value. So this is an example of function with no parameter but return some data. Okay, let's see another one is functions with parameter but no return data. Third one is function with parameter but not return data. So what is this? Let's create a functions with parameter but no return data. Just remember this. So we are not going to return anything by this function, then we will use void get. Let's create a function which will calculate user is eligible. Let's create a function which will accept a parameter and it will just print that parameter. Let's suppose user's age and int age. What is this? What is this line? This line means we will pass int type of parameter in user age function. It means we have to pass int type of parameter in as a as an as a parameter, sorry, as a parameter. So we'll just print users age is equal to age. Let's call this function. If we will just call this something like this, then it will give error. What is the error? User age, we have to pass a parameter age, so we are just passing 18. We have to commit it out because we don't want any extra print on this program. So here you can see whatever we will pass, it will be print. What if we will pass string name, then it will give error because we have specified this parameter should be integer. If we'll specify this parameter in a string, then it will be accept a string. If this will be a specify bool and others, then we have to pass that type of data which we will accepting here. Okay, so we have to always pass like something like that. Okay, so let's see another one, functions with parameter and return data. Okay, the fourth one is function with parameter and with return some data. Okay, let's create another function. Let's create a function which will return addition of two numbers, let's suppose. So we are just passing returning integer variable and sum of two number, and here we are passing int a and int b. Let's see why this is error, because we are not returning anything. So once we'll return, it will not give error. So simply we'll return a plus b. Here this function is taking parameter and returning data as well. So let's call this function. How we can call it? So we will just call 2 and 5, but once we called, then we have to store the returned data as well. So int result is equal to, and let's print result is, and result is equal to, it's a good result. It's a spelling mistake. Result spelling mistake. Yeah, so just comment it out, this function, because this function will print some more data as well. Let's clear and call it. Here you can see whatever we will pass, it will be returned something like that. Let's suppose if we are creating a function something like this, sum of two, but this time we'll return sum of two strings. We'll accept string type, and we will just add these things. What is this? You can see here, because we are returning string. So once let's call this function. Okay, let's comment it out and call this function, and now this time we are accepting string variable. Then we will pass Chandan first parameter and Pradhan will be second parameter, and we will store in the string type of result variable. Print result. Sorry. Oh, let's close this, create another window, and actually, yeah, cd dart function dart functions dart. Yeah, here you can see Chandan and Pradhan. It's a concatenate these two string into a single string. Here just this function was adding two integer into one integer, but here this function added or concatenate two string into a single string. So this was a functions video. Here in this video we have seen how we can create function, what is function, and why we should use functions, and what type of functions are available in Dart. Let's meet in the next video, and in the next video we'll discuss on the another topic. So if this video is helpful for you, please hit the like button and hit the subscribe button as well. So bye bye for this video.